you. 24 years ago, you came to Rochester, opened up Whitway Supply with your business partners.
And you were one of the first people I really got to know, I think.
Yeah, you started out volunteering at the chamber right off the bat.
Yeah, you guys dragged me right in. Gotta hand it to you.
But you became involved not just with the chamber, you became involved with a number of organizations, I think right away, probably the chamber and Rotary.
Yeah, and actually my introduction to Rotary was because of my involvement with the chamber, so that was kind of neat, and that has been very fulfilling. I love being a Rotarian.
So what things did you do with the chamber? You know, you got on a couple committees, we put together, I think, an outing one year, and...
I was on your auction committee was my first involvement, and I think I spent a number of years on that, and that's how I was introduced to Rotary, because they were on my list of people to call, and they've kind of all followed from there.
I first came to know Lisa back in 2009 when I joined Rotary. We have a motto, and it is service above self, and Lisa certainly exemplifies that service above self. She carelessly dives in 150% into every single project that she takes part in. Lisa was past president back in 2006, 2007. She's been on the Rotary board for a number of years. She started a lot of our projects that are still going on today. Some of those include the Rising Star, which is, it honors Spalding High School students and their achievement. The Belmont Project, which is a charitable games that brings money into the club. The WMEX Rotary Day, where we used to sell radio advertising spots. The Homeless Shelter of Stratford County, where our members get to volunteer and actually get to interact with the people who live there and give back a little bit. She's very active in Wings and Wheels, Feast Boxes. She forms a decathlon team where we get to compete against the high school students every year. That's been going on since 2013 and is a lot of fun. This year she organized gifts for the elderly, and the bulletin writer, pretty much if there's a need to be filled, Lisa is there to fill it.
And you were part of the Downtown Master Plan Committee that then evolved into CORE being developed, which was the organization that preempted Rochester Main Street.
Yeah, oh, you're going way back.
Got it?
Oh, yes. Yes, I was on that committee, and we formed CORE, as you said. And we had hoped that CORE would immediately morph into a Main Street program. And they elected to not do that and sort of go it their own for a few years. Because let's face it, this is Rochester, we do things our own way. And they did a wonderful job. And Mary Jo Mineski, absolutely amazing. Her energy and her enthusiasm for that group. And thank God for her. And I think when she ran out of steam, that's when we brought in Main Street, which has been fantastic, I think, for the city.
Definitely. And you decided to dabble in politics for a couple of years, and you were served on the city council for one term, correct?
One term.
Yeah.
And I still get asked. And that was like 14 or 15 years ago. And I still occasionally, not as much as I used to, occasionally run into people that say, when are you going to run for council again?
I was delighted to find out that Lisa Stanley is the Citizen of the Year. I've known Lisa for a very long time, and I certainly can recall back in 2006 when she was on the city council that I thought, she has a laptop at those meetings. I'm not sure I even knew what a laptop was at that time. But I think what I have also enjoyed about Lisa over time is she has a heart for this community. She does things that people don't often even hear about. She has certainly instigated and worked on food inequity for the citizens of this community forever. Her 68 hours of hunger work, storing most of the food that we were giving away at her business practice. She cares deeply for children, and I think her service on the police commission and support for bridging the gaps, and I know she's had some conversations about different kinds of things we would like to be able to offer our parents and children who are struggling with homelessness. So I think it's just it is really a tribute to the kind of work that she's done, and done it very quietly and behind the scenes, that I think Lisa is the perfect choice for Citizen of the Year.
It's hard for me to say no. When somebody comes along and asks and they need help with something, and I feel like it's something I could do, it's hard for me to say no.
And that's interesting because I know people that work with you on committees or in organizations don't want to say no to you.
I've heard
When
that. I've heard of people say that, like, nobody can say no to Lisa. I don't know that that's true. I like to think I don't ask too much, and I'm never asking for me, you know? And that's where I'm most comfortable, where it's not, if I don't ask for stuff for me, because that makes me very uncomfortable. But if it's not an ask for me, if it's for an effort, or for a constituency, or for somebody else, I'm pretty comfortable with that.
Lisa Stanley is a great role model for volunteerism. She is also an example of what somebody can provide as far as good corporate citizenship. I'm grateful to have known Lisa all these years. I'm thankful to be able to call her my friend, and I congratulate her on this nomination for Citizen of the Year.